to give in to the mark of the beast. It is because they will be so tied and attached to the things of this world that they can't let go. And so when the mark of the beast is implemented, and they say you cannot do any business unless you give in to what we say, then there are people who want to do their business. They want to preserve their property. They want to preserve their possessions, their house, their land, their car, all their nice furniture, whatever it is they have in their house. And so when God says, come out of it now, let's go, you're there gathering up your prized possessions because you don't want to leave them behind. You are attached to them. But he's saying here, don't think about those things. Leave. The second shortest verse in the Bible. 3 words. Remember Lot's wife. What is there to remember about Lot's wife? Oh, she became a pillar of salt. Why? Because she looked back. What did she look back at? Let's remember. The angel said to Lot, come out of this place. It's going to be destroyed by fire and brimstone. Lot and his family were there hemming and hawing. And Lot said, listen, I have 2 more daughters living in the city here. Can we go and call them? And so they sent and called them, but the daughters refused to come. They were married to the men of the city. And Lot was there hesitating and so on. And angels grabbed him by the hand and grabbed his wife and grabbed his 2 daughters who were with him and said, we're getting out. I don't imagine that they were able to pack any suitcases or any cardboard boxes to take with them. The fire and brimstone started coming. They left with the clothes on their backs. And as they were fleeing, and the fire and the brimstone was raining on Sodom, I can imagine that somewhere in the heart of Mrs. Lot, she was thinking about the things that they had to leave. She was thinking about the lifestyle that they were leaving behind. She wasn't happy to be leaving this place. We are told in the New Testament that Lot living in this place, it vexed his righteous soul. He was not comfortable living there. He was not happy. And let me pause to say something here. How did Lot come to be living in Sodom? Lot came to be living in Sodom because Lot was Abraham's nephew. And when they came, he had come out of Ur with Abraham. And when they came to this land that God had promised Abraham, Lot had his cattle and his workers, and so did Abraham. And the fields, the herdsmen were beginning to fuss with each other. Abraham's herdsmen fussing with Lot's herdsmen. And Abraham said to Lot, listen, we have to separate. Our possessions are too big. We can't stay together. There's fuss going on among these people. So look, here's the land before you. There's a mountain over there. If you want the mountain, you go mountain, I go valley. If you want the valley, you go valley, and I'll go mountain. Abraham, the patriarch, gave his nephew the choice and said, you choose where you want to go. And Lot looked and he saw the plain, and it looked like it was a better area to live. And so Lot decided to choose the plain. You know, I think about that. Here's your uncle, the patriarch, and he's giving you a choice. And you choose the easy part instead of saying to your uncle, you take the better part, and I will go rough it out in the hills. He chose the better part. And he went down there, and he went and dwelt in Sodom. And he became so much a part of Sodom. It says Lot sat in the gate. It means that he was an elder in the city, well respected in Sodom, a big man in the town. Lot had fitted in well into Sodom. So much so that when the angel was trying to get him out of Sodom, there was hesitation. He was a wealthy man, and so he was a big man in the town. He had a lot of possessions. And so here they were now leaving this lifestyle Mrs. Lot looked back. I do not believe she just turned her eyes and looked back, and that was it. Because I believe Lot might have looked back too, and the other two daughters may have looked back. They saw the fire and brimstone falling on Sodom. But while the Bible does not tell me this specifically, I think God has given us intelligence to reason things out. Mrs. Lot looked back regretfully that she was giving up this lifestyle. I think she felt that she was doing something against her will. The angel grabbed their hands and took them out. She was doing something against her will. She would rather stay down there. She was attached to the lifestyle and the possessions of Sodom. She was attached to the lifestyle where you can eat, drink, and be merry, where you can marry and give in marriage. They had given their two daughters in marriage to the men of Sodom, where you can build and plant and reap. I guess she was a respected woman because her husband was a wealthy man. He sat in the gate, meaning he was on the city council. And as she looked back with her heart, regretting what she had to leave behind, she became a pillar of salt. Jesus says, remember Lot's wife. Jesus is saying to us, because of attachment to material things, because of attachment to a certain lifestyle, Mrs. Lot didn't make it. She was also destroyed with Sodom. And he's saying to us, when he's talking about this last day, when he says, don't go into the house to take anything, leave your material things alone, leave that lifestyle alone, and go when Jesus calls you. Your heart should not be attached to the things of this earth. Yes, we use them while we are here. We make use of them. God gives us possessions so we can make use of them while we are here. But those are not our sustenance. Our sustenance is Jesus. And so when he calls us and we have to leave them, we leave them because you're going where your sustenance is. You're going with Jesus. Remember Lot's wife. It was because of her attachment to materialism why she didn't make it. And we come again, our mind turns again to the last trial that shall take place upon the earth, the mark of the beast test. People are going to give in to the mark of the beast. They're going to receive the mark of the beast because they think that they cannot detach themselves from the material possessions, because they think they need to buy and sell, because they think they need to eat and drink, they need to marry and give in marriage, they need to build and to plant. And the only way to do that is to give in to this system. Brothers and sisters, our sustenance is Jesus. Our sustenance lies in him. We eat. In him we live and move and have our being. We eat because Jesus gives us what to eat. We drink because Jesus gives us what to drink. We have clothes to put on because he does it. Matthew 6 verse 33, seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. We can't repeat that verse often enough. He is the one who keeps us going. Put not your trust in man. Put not your trust in horses. Put not your trust in chariots. We will remember the name of the Lord our God. When God says remember, it's important. Why does he say remember Lot's wife? He says remember because he knows that it's possible for us to forget what caused Mrs. Lot to lose her life. And what caused her to lose her life was her attachment to materialism. He says, remember Lot's wife, because he knows it is possible for us. It is important for us not to be attached to materialism. And so the counsel he is giving us today is to let go of this.